Hello, my name is Jeff Ace and I'm the Chief Executive of NHS Dumfries and Galloway. We now know, we've had it confirmed, that Dumfries and Galloway will be placed in level 2 of the new tiered restriction levels that are operating in Scotland. This does mean we will be faced with a number of restrictions. They won't be as bad as they could have been, but our aim should be to try and make things even better. We need to work on restricting the virus. It has a huge impact on our economy, on our local businesses. It also impacts on our health services. The more cases we have, the more stretched those frontline services become, and the more difficult it is for us to deal with surges in activity from either patients experiencing COVID or any other clinical symptoms.
Nobody wants to be in this position. We all want to get back to normal. But COVID cases have increased substantially across Europe, the UK, Scotland, and yes, here in Dumfries and Galloway. Everyone must continue to follow the guidelines and ensure that we protect our families, our businesses, and crucially the jobs for our young people and their future. The future of our region really does depend on all our actions. None of us want a repeat of the national lockdown, but in the second wave we now have more tools at our disposal to address this crisis at the very local level, in your streets, in your communities. We have the ability to test anyone who has the slightest doubt that they have COVID. We have a test and protect system, local team that's ready to work with anyone who has a positive diagnosis, identify their risk of exposure and help limit any further spread into your family, your community. But let's be clear, COVID is everywhere, right across our region. There is not a town across our region that did not see cases in the last week or last few weeks. So COVID is out there and no one is truly safe. So we must take precautions wherever we go in our region. We must not sit back and relax.
We can't control what happens elsewhere in Scotland, but we can make a real difference here in Dumfries and Galloway. We know that we can restrict the spread of the virus by socially distancing, by washing our hands, by wearing face coverings where appropriate. That does genuinely reduce your risk and it reduces the spread of the virus. Crucially, and this is incredibly important, if you feel the slightest symptoms of COVID-19, please self-isolate at once and book yourself a test. We have test capacity, we can turn around results quickly. Please stay self-isolating until you've received the test result from us.
So we're heading into winter, and it will be a tough one. Like you, Jeff and I are thinking towards the festive period and hoping for some sense of normality. But we all must, individually and with our communities, to reduce the spread of this deadly virus. If we do that, we can lessen restrictions. We can then support our businesses and look to have a Christmas with more normality to it. So if we really want to be in that position, that power to do that lies with us, with all of us working together, following the rules. It's in all our hands.
The optimistic part of this is we've done it before. We have controlled and restricted the virus in Dumfries and Galloway. Back in the springtime, we were hugely successful. We can do this again. It's in all of our ability to reduce the spread of the virus, to keep ourselves, our friends, our neighbours safe. We can do this.
So let's be clear, follow the guidance, stick to the rules. We can do this. We can protect our loved ones, our businesses and our jobs. We can do this in Dumfries and Galloway.